What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of 1on1 with 1on1Soul.
A very special episode.
A very special episode. That's right. This is the Christmas episode. I'm your host for today, Tyler Petty. This is, as always, Jack Sharstein. And we found this guy on the side of the road. So
Hi, guys.
He's joining us.
This is our Christmas
Indeed.
good deed.
Yes, he's our Christmas man.
Indeed. I'm the Christmas gift.
Yeah, you're the
household.
gift. You're the gift we need.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell them who you are and why you are.
What's up, guys? My name is Teddy Castellucci. I am the pretty recent drummer that has been added to 1on1Soul.
Yeah.
So, you guys are going to be hearing me beating on some things, creating some beats, and creating some wonderful music with these gentlemen.
Yeah. And drumming.
And drumming.
That's it.
Yeah, that as well.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, alright, since this is your first episode, we will let you go first.
Alright.
You have picked a Christmas carol that you love, that
I
you get to explain why you love. And so, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I'm sure we've all heard the song Carol of the Bells. Now...
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah! Sorry.
Mr. Petty over here.
That's me.
Yeah. I think regardless of what version we've all heard it on, because
Oh,
there's been literally countless versions, whether it's a cappella or pop or rock, all the way up to the most hardcore blast beating metal that you can get.
I'm sure we've all seen those reels come up on TikTok or Facebook or whatever of the one-up heavy metal version of Carol of the Bells. I love those. Those are so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, anytime you get a drummer who's just playing like 64th note blast beat, double kick as fast as they can is always pretty cool, especially when it's around Christmas. But I think no matter what version, it's just vibey.
Yeah.
Just the song is vibey and the feel of it just
it does feel like it's a swing of a bell, and I've always loved that about it.
Exactly. Yeah, the 6/8, 3/4. I mean, however you want to count it. Just the back and forth.
I'll take 12/16.
Yeah. Mr. Prague snob over there. But
yeah, the other side, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, which I mean that's all important, but I think the most important part of music is just making people feel something.
Absolutely.
And making people connect with something. And to me, it's just the vibe. The it's a vibe and a feeling that as soon as you hear that, no matter what style it is, you just instantly connect with that. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know why I connect with that. I think the reasons for that are beyond my understanding and comprehension, but...
Well, there's a reason there's been like a million different recorded versions of it. Like,
that's true.
It does that to a lot of people.
It is a classic, which is funny because, I mean, the fact that it's Carol of the Bells and that it's Christmas, I think it's kind of cool that we've just kind of made that a Christmas song just in general. Because it could not be. But
yeah, and the lyrics are, if you're listening to a version with lyrics, and the music in general, it's so badass and epic sound. It's cinematic.
Oh, yeah.
Is what it feels. It puts you into another world.
Absolutely.
When you hear this lyrics, but at the same time, it's also just so wholesome.
Yeah,
it's like, it's I think a lot of the way you can describe it, I guess, is kind of how I think of Lord of the Rings, which is one of my all-time favorite trilogies of all time, but it's epic, and it's as epic and badass as you can get. But at the same time, it has such a wholesome and just good vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you could look at this and be like, this is good. This is righteous.
There's no mistaking that March into Mordor music for sure.
Dude, which we'll have we'll have a whole podcast about that one day.
Next
we'll
episode,
have an entire episode dedicated to that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, it's just the vibe it's epic, it's badass, it's wholesome, it's good, and it's got that Christmas spirit and cheer that as soon as you hear it, it's epic, but also puts you in a better mood.
Absolutely.
So
well,
pretty sick.
You've hyped me up enough, and I even know the song, so
I'm ready to get into the spirit.
Let's hear it.
Let's do it.
Let's let everybody else hear it with us. Now, what version have we got here?
I got the Home Alone motion picture soundtrack by Mr. John Williams, the inimitable John Williams.
Talk about cinema. That's the cinema guy. Cinema, so yeah, this is a good one. Yep. We're in. We just know.
The descending.
Yep.
So deliberate.
That's such an iconic line.
Lovely.
Simple but effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's especially cool in this version because I've seen Home Alone, but even if you kind of haven't, the vocals taking over from the bells, that's even more cinema. So,
yeah.
And then, love that moment. Just incredible.
It's so vibey, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, really, there's a lot of good covers of this that just like you hear one and your mind kind of races to other ones that you hear too.
Yeah.
This is one of the few songs that I think has repeatability because there's so many songs.
Yeah.
And like
so many versions.
Like the core like motif is like so translatable. Like you can transpose it and like put in different types of signatures and it's still it still has such
a million different styles and tempos, all that type of stuff.
I'm picturing myself, I could either be like in a winter wonderland right now, like I could be seeing the North Pole right now, or it could also be like at home by the fire, you know, with like some hot chocolate and some chestnuts.
Yeah.
Like the vibe goes both ways.
Oh, absolutely. And just the cinema out. And
then PlayStation. Yeah. Iconic, bro. Absolutely. Yeah.
I forgot how this one ends too, where it just like, this was a good one to explain the cinematography that's built into this song, just because of how this is only a carol. This is no bells. This is no this is the core experience. So old Johnny Boy
distilled down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess if you don't mind, Jack, can you pull up TSO's version? Real quick.
Would love to.
Turn it up. Add a little rock to this podcast.
Go to one of the most famous.
Yeah, this is the best version of the song ever recorded, in my opinion.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah, at least it's my favorite.
I'll buy that opinion. That's a good one. That's all.
Yeah,
it's mine.
It's goated.
Mine now.
It's goated.
Yeah. And see another iconic line just fresh out the gate.
Cello, great. Has so much emotion in every note.
Yeah. Credit to TSO for a real good reimagining. Because I feel like this is the... I hate to simplify it down into this, but I feel like this is the Carol of the Bells. That when people think of it, this is the
It's the rock one for sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Retard, perfect.
Straight in.
Blazing.
Yeah. Just insane. Because this one also has reinvented what's going on in the back line, too.
Yeah.
So I like that as well.
I'm biased, but that little drum thing that repeats.
I will say, I'm a sucker for a good drum groove.
Yeah.
Too,
It's just caveman, too. Doom, doom, doom. But sometimes that was work. That's sometimes that just was connect.
Right there is all you know.
Yeah.
That's a good thing again.
Heck yeah. Which sounds great on the electric guitar.
So good.
The build up, release.
Going down. That's a lot of fun to play too.
Yeah.
Guitar. I love the guitar tone in all of TSO stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They know
Al Petrelli knows what he's doing.
Oh, dude, Al Petrelli's
amazing. Even when he played on Asia, the one album he played on Asia, you can just listen to it and go, "That's Al Petrelli." It's so much fun.
Yeah, dude.
Another iconic moment reimagined.
Get the real bells there.
Gotta have bells in Carol the Bells.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's an instrument we need to get one of. Full set.
Oh yeah, just the soundscape. Another instance of cinematography in audio. So powerful.
Yeah. And now we're rocking again.
So like low here.
Back to the caveman. There's a lot of subtle stuff to analyze in this too.
Yeah.
You can listen to this forever, I think, and you can still pick out some stuff to pick up. There's always changing instruments on lines. So good. I really feel like if ELO would have done a Carol of the Bells, I feel like it would have been something like this.
Just a little like brighter.
So good.
And then we're gonna build up to the very climax of the song.
That
guitar thing, dude.
yeah.
And this is like my favorite guitar lick of all time.
Yeah, that was so good when we covered this too.
Oh, dude.
And they just did that. That's just
when you got two people just going back and forth, like locked in.
Dude, I know.
So much fun.
That is, I mean, legitimately. I mean, besides, I'd say Eruption's got to be my favorite guitar thing of all time. But like that just those 4 bars when he's or however long it is when he's just dude.
That is
so good.
A phrase of all time for sure.
Oh, when I saw TSO, they I think it was Joel Hoekstra was playing that part, and he was like down like on the ground, like head back, like playing out here.
Yeah.
And there was fire going off like directly behind him. It was like.
Mm-hmm. How long ago was that?
That was 2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago? Yeah. That would have been cool. See, I got to see TSO.
Actually.
That was a good tour, man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Where did you see him?
I was in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Here.
I got to see him, let me think. It was when Paul O'Neill was still alive. It was second grade for me, so that was around 2010, maybe. Yeah. I got to see him. So that was a good show too. I remember bits and pieces of it. I don't remember everything. I remember the hits I knew at the time. So like Wizards, Sarajevo, Sleigh Ride. That was a good. That was really good.
I remember when my parents said one of the things that they knew they were gonna have in me is they went to a TSO concert when my mom was still pregnant.
Yeah.
And she said the whole time I was just going crazy. Just like kicking, just like moving around, just going crazy. And they're like, and we're gonna have something with this kid, you know. I guess that was a good foreshadowing as to what God had in store for me later down the line. But yeah, man.
Wonderful.
And now we're here talking about it. So
we're playing it.
Full circle.
Yeah, dude, full circle stuff. But,
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean it's just goated.
It's iconic. It's incredible.
Iconic.
Yeah. Well,
dude.
For this little Christmas mega episode, we're going to transition from one TSO song to the next because the song that Jack and I have to show you, this is one of my favorite Trans-Siberian Orchestra songs. It's from their Christmas Attic album. And this one, it's all instrumental. It's meant to be the prelude to another song that tells the story. I'm sure you know the one, The Three Kings and I in the Desert.
Mm-hmm.
That one. Yeah. This is meant to be the instrumental prelude to that. So this is March of the Kings. Hark the Herald Angels Sing is like the main motif you'll hear, but they've taken other songs and other motifs and written around
as
it.
They do.
But,
great Christmas song.
Very Christmas song.
Just the original, I guess, what is it, a hymn? You would say, like the very original part.
Yeah, it is a hymn. I would say.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait to hear it rockified.
Yeah, it's great. For a little bit of context of why I chose this one, I have played this one in a band that I have done. That non-profit that I'm a part of, that we do a TSO concert every year. Yeah. We did this one year, and when I say it was the hardest song in the set. I'm not joking, but it was so much fun when everybody locked into it, finally. Yeah. I mean, we had to practice it a whole lot to get there, and you'll definitely hear in the beginning. But, yeah, without further ado, let's get on this absolute ride of a song.
Yeah.
And just straight in, you're like, oh, crap. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And that's a chord change everywhere.
Yeah, it's straight and then swing for like 2 beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes back.
Those are all chords too. So that's all hand changes and power chord changes. Like it moves.
And the instrumentation here is so like powerful, so regal.
A little bit at halftime. Absolutely great. But then we get a mix up, and then flying through.
Yeah. That's something the TSO does a lot, like that guitar thing, and then the drums doing that 16th thing.
Yeah.
But it works, man. So
absolutely. Yeah. It's one of their good tropes, because every band kind of has the trope that they do. But you could listen to that all day when that just locks in and goes.
Yeah, and still keeping like
double time 16th though.
Yeah. Very flowy. Yeah. And now we're picking it up.
Halftime and the full time.
This one really just reminds me of just flying through the desert, like the March of the Kings would. Yeah. Like it just, you feel it. You feel the journey. And it helps that there's just an incredible solo going on throughout too.
Yeah. Those squeals he's hitting them. Head on.
Now, that, as we've mentioned with Alpha Trailing, I'm never mad about it. Never mad about it.
It's Al on all their like early stuff, right? Playing guitar.
I think it's Al on most of their stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I think everything studio.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
he's still with them touring. He's one of the last original members, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the guitar is just, it feels incredible. Every note placed in just the right spot. It has so much vibe and personality and emotion.
Absolutely. Here we come into it.
Ooh.
Then just that hold.
Yeah.
And then, after a long pause, there's the hymn. Just insane.
I love when TSO does that. The hold, the pause, and then the hymn that everyone knows. But it's rockified, man. And
it's always just straight in with this boom. Just into it.
They do a lot of that where it's just hits.
Yeah.
There's no established beat. They're just hits. It's either a cymbal or toms, just power chords.
And I am not going to stop them. I'm not going to stop them.
No, I'm here for it, man.
Oh, yeah. Been here for it since the womb.
Yeah, literally, bro. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna be here until I die, dude. Yeah.
Such a good one. Going back through learning this song for like church, because I used to play for church.
Yeah.
Learning this, it's fun to kind of put that melody in the hand too and figure out how to work around it, especially after having played this, because the strings are really well interlocked with the guitar line as well.
Yeah. I can definitely see why you say this is a hard song to get down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that little retard in the middle with all the different instruments and then that whole, that would be a nightmare to try and lock in with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It was insane, especially picking up these sections as well, because these are fast sections and they're all chord changes basically. Like either you're on melody or you're following every chord. So this ending section was awful.
All snare on all fours. Oh.
And then we're out into the next section.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Journey's over. We're ready for another absolute storytelling moment. And that's when it'll go into the Oh Holy Night. And then you get into...
That's my favorite Christmas song.
I love that song, yeah.
Kill it.
So, but that's the TSO song whenever I'm like, if you want to hear some incredible Christmas arrangements and just incredible playing in general, that's the TSO song that I'll always recommend.
Yeah, those old Christmas melodies are like, they're so recognizable and so and they're so like well written because they're so like simple and just memorable. They're just ripe for like interpolating.
Absolutely.
Recontextualizing.
Reimagining.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear the guitar doing the melody, it's like you can sing the words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like the words are in your head. It's almost like you can hear a vocalist
sing.
Yeah.
Well, you like because they've been in like the culture for so long, like you will never be able to separate them. So you gotta just like lean into it. Yeah. Let people sing along.
But it works because when you put rock and roll guitar under that and the full energy of a rock band, it's like, oh, this is the theme that I know and love, and I can hear the words. But you just take it and you just crank it up. Yeah. You just take that dial and you dial it.
Yep, an example of an incredibly competent rock band doing it as well. So
and it helps when they can play that freaking amazing. Yeah.
Well, like when he was doing the Hark the Herald, like there's so much space, and he was just really could articulate.
They backed
like he was
up.
singing.
They backed up. They shined the spotlight. He got right up there.
He had a little bit like time to play with, to like really accentuate what's going into. Yeah, it's great.
Man, they really they take those simple melodies, but they play it like their lives freaking depend on it.
Yeah.
Cause, I mean, they got the chops.
Yeah.
And, you hear it in some stuff where they just full on shred.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the time, they're just playing the melody. And there's nothing crazy, nothing super ultra shreddy. But they just take the melody, but they're playing it with the most amount of passion and vibe and energy. And I think that's what's connecting with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the passion's for sure true. Like you can tell that the music means a lot to them, and the whole idea of it, like the whole idea of like the season and everything means a lot to them.
Yeah. And the fact that they're confident enough that they can go in and do like 3 Christmas albums, like dedicated Christmas albums in like a saga, and not lose any power. Like, that's impressive, too, because a lot of the times you'll get bands that kind of do the concept, but you can tell where they burned out or did a filler song. You can never hear that with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, especially on their Christmas stuff. So that's a good level of dedication and competency. Like, it's so good to hear.
Yeah, you can tell that they care about Christmas. They care about Christmas, and they care about what Christmas means. and they feel it.
They care about sharing
it.
Which is important for the season for sure, because giving and sharing all the important life lessons that everybody's been told time and time again by every Hallmark movie ever. It does hold up. So they gave, and I receive, and I'm happy.
Indeed.
I'm glad you liked it so much.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't know that TSO one. Because usually I know pretty much all of their big hits, and not just big hits.
As one of the Journey songs, it's definitely their B catalog, but that's kind of how we used it too. It was one of those, like, coming off of 2 or 3 big, alright, I know this one. This is a big storytelling moment. This is one to, like, segue you through a little bit. So, kind of like on their first album, I think it's the Silent Nutcracker that's just the acoustic guitar.
Yes.
Doing the
I think so.
da 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 da. I think.
I'm fairly certain. Don't quote us, but
yeah,
fairly certain that's right.
If I'm wrong, don't tell me about it. But the song I know exists on their first album, but it's a similar thing where it's just you need that moment between the story heavy, and I think that's kind of what it does. So by accident, it's a little forgettable because of that, but it's not really forgettable when you listen to it for sure.
Yeah, I've heard TSO's albums be described as a rock opera.
That's fair.
That's
exactly what they are.
You need dips and you need highs. You need peaks and valleys.
Yeah, you need cheese dips. You need to sit down with your snacks and listen to it.
You do that this holiday season. But yeah, dude, you have different things that take you on a journey, and that doesn't mean that every song has to be the highest of the high. It doesn't mean that every song is the lowest of the low. And a lot of them, I think, are just in the middle, which is okay because it's about the journey, and the journey encompasses everything.
Right.
Yeah. Just like a song has energy that goes up and down, albums kind of have to follow the same thing.
Especially albums that tell a story.
Yeah, exactly.
Because stories need ups and downs and middle moments.
Oh, of course,
really after you open it, everything kind of has to be the middle because it is.
So. Yeah.
Well, thanks guys for tuning in for this very Merry Christmas episode from us here at 1on1Soul.
We're very thankful for you guys tuning in. Thankful for letting us share some of our favorite Christmas music. Go out and do the same. Share your favorite music with the world. If they, with consent. So.
Or without consent.
Just blare the music into the town square.
Absolutely. Everyone needs to hear a little
Spread the gospel of rock and roll.
Spread the Christmas joy.
Yeah.
But with that said, have a good Merry Christmas, guys. We're happy to be on this journey with you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.